Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, and good night. And welcome to my channel. That's my last word. No, it's not actually. Today, we're finally making a tier list video. Yeah, this has been quite hyped up by a lot of people, as you know. How many messages I've gotten to make a tier list video? A lot. So now, we finally have the tier list video. Don't be mad at me anymore, okay? Okay, and I've already tested all the weapons very carefully and checked the damage. So if you're mad at me for putting your favorite weapon at a low tier, remember this is my opinion on the weapons here. So don't get mad at me and tell me if I'm wrong or anything. Alright, so first thing in the list is obviously commons. Katana. We're rating overall. So animation, I low-key really like it. I really like it. But Scarlet Edge has the same animations, which is the funniest thing. But in damage, I'd say it's not even that bad. But there's no iframes on it, despite having that second skill, so I'm gonna put it at C. Because they're commons and don't have high damage scaling, so I don't have to say much. Saw. Um, it's it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The first skill is similar to the electric saw, but you cannot move. That is really bad. That's gonna get you killed. You don't want this. You do not want this. Hammer. Hammer genuinely might be an insane common. If you do not know, you could move with all the skills, stun enemies, like even mini bosses, I'm pretty sure, and you can drag enemies while also dealing quick, heavy damage. So, despite it being a common, I'd like to put it on A or S. I like to put it on S, but it's a common, so I have to put it on A. Sadly, Hammer, you do not get a higher ranking, but maybe in the future. Alright. Dual Berettas. Now, these Dual Berettas is indeed the first weapon I got when I started out the game. In fact, I got a poison version of it. And what I like to say about it is it's really good at clearing out mobs, and you can move around with all the skills, and there's not much long wind-ups on Dual Berettas. And the ult also gives you iframes for the entire period of the ult. So I'd rank it pretty high. It's a genuinely good weapon, but Violet Duels is a lot better for killing bosses. Dual Berettas is really good for crowd clearing, so I'm gonna put it on B because it was my first weapon. Base, whatever. Base is similar to guitar, I guess. It's a healing weapon, but it sucks. It genuinely sucks. I have to put it on D. I put it on D. I do not need to say much here, but the first skill is similar to a guitar, but like you still can get hit and you cannot move around, similar to guitar still. Second skill, it doesn't even heal you. It's just damage. And in the ultimate, only the last part heals you and you cannot move around. So that's why I put it on there. Now shield. Shield was also another weapon I used back in the start of the game. And what I have to say, it's generally pretty good. You can drag. It was bigger drag. What was that?
Yo, Bugs.
Yo, gang, I'm recording a video.
Hey?
I'm recording a video.
Oh, damn.
Okay, with that technical difficulty, out of the way, we're gonna rank shield back again. Shield, as I've said, it's a weapon I've used back in the start, and it's genuinely a really good weapon despite being a rare. It has really good drag, gives you damage reduction on ult, and overall, decent damage. Like, it can help you around, I guess, but any better rarity will do better than it. So I'd give it a C tier or B. I put it on higher, putting Katana lower than Shield. Violet Duels. The perfect boss killer if you do not have a Mythic. I'm not kidding. Violet Duels can deal an insane amount of damage to bosses. I'd rank it on top 1 of boss killing if you do not have Mythic or specifically Death Scythe. So I put it on S. It has good crowd clearing, has Dragon's weapon swap, and overall good damage. Magic Book. Magic Book has good AoE. I don't need to say much. The ult also refreshes the skill that has AoE, so I'm not judging much. But Milks will get mad at me, but the damage output on it is not that good, so I'll put it on B. Slightly worse than Dual Veritas, but wait, no, actually, it might be better than Veritas. It's better than Veritas. Magic Book is not that bad. Mantis Blade. I think a lot of beginners can relate to this weapon. First skill, pretty good damage. Second skill also drags, gives you an attack damage bonus buff, and also have drag. Weapon swap also have drag, and ultimate, good range, good damage, gives you iframes. It has a lot. And for that reason, it's pretty good. But overall, it's only really good for crowd clearing and a damage buffer for violent duels if you do not have any of these rarities. So I'll put it on A. Slightly higher than Hammer. Don't get mad at me now, this is my opinion. Alright, we're finally getting to the high tiers. Golden Guard. Golden Guard. Absolutely cracked weapon. The second skill have such a big hitbox and can gather up enemies effortlessly. Each door without Golden Guard, if you cannot one-shot them, Golden Guard is absolutely perfect. Anyone that doesn't have any good amount of DPS and is struggling to do AoE, use Golden Guard along your main DPS, drag them, and yeah. The first skill can stun mini-bosses and disable mini-bosses attacks, and the ult gives you iframes, so it's generally an S plus tier. Really good weapon. We'll pull. You need to pull Golden Guard. Flamethrower. Flamethrower first skill gives me a damage bonus buff, but it's not the best damage bonus buff. It kinda sucks. Second skill makes you stay in place. No iframes, just stay in place. If you're fighting against a boss, you're probably gonna die. So I probably not prefer getting flamethrower over violent duels if you're trying to level up in the beginning of the game. So I put it on A. Electric Saw. Electric Saw. Okay, I'ma give it Electric Saw is I never got it in the early part of the game, but I did got it after some time, but it's pretty bad against bosses and not really that good for crowd clearing, unlike the other epics. So I'd have to say Electric Saw might be the worst legendary in the game. So I'd put it on B. Guitar. Guitar is the best healing weapon. I don't need to say much. It heals you. What more do you need? I'ma put it on S. Gunblade. I recently got this. Okay, let's give it a thorough explanation. The alt has iframes, that's good at least. Second skill or first skill takes a really long wind up but deals decent damage. M1 has the highest damage output, but you cannot do your M1s along your skills, so it's not good with fire. And I've heard people say poison is good with gunblade, but I prefer getting thunder on gunblade. But if I had to rank gunblade based on its overall thing, the range is not that good. But if you're fighting against bosses, it is good. So because of that reason only, I'ma put it on A. It's not good on doing any other stuff other than killing bosses, because on crowds, it's gonna suck. Arcane Staff. Recently also got this because it just came out. What do I need to say? Arcane Staff. First skill can drag similarly to the second skill of Golden Guard, but it has lower range and a faster wind up, but you could also use your skills along with it. So there is compatibility with fire on Arcane Stuff as both a buffer from the alt, but the second skill is most of its damage, which is not that much damage. If you already have a good scythe, then don't pull for staff. Okay? Pull more scythes. Yeah. But if I had to rate it on the bar here, I'm gonna put it on S because it has good crowd clearing capabilities and also really good damage against bosses. So I'll take that as yeah. Alright. Floating Cannon, one of the first mythics in the game. One of the worst ones also. Kinda sad. I know a lot of people love Floating Cannon, and there's not much debate on here. Floating Cannon, second skill is on field. Fire cannons is probably gonna be the best. The alt is similarly how the second skill works, but the damage scaling on this weapon is not that high. Also, along with the first skill, which gives you increased movement speed, which is a new thing that allows you to dodge better. But there is some distortion in the camera, but I'd have to give it a high rating for everything it has done and the ability to crowd clear with cannons is really, really good. So I'm gonna put it on S. It's on S. Mantis Reaper. It sucks. It's just a reskin of Mantis Blade, so I'm gonna just put it here. It's the same exact thing like Mantis Blade, just a reskin, different effects, and just slightly different model, just different colored. So I'm gonna just put it slightly above Mantis Blade. Death Scythe. Death Scythe skill set or moveset has the most unique combo in the game because you could use the first skill, then reset it by using the second skill while also giving you 10% or 5% lifesteal on every single damage you deal. That is really good for survivability, and not only that, the damage it could do is a lot of hits, so you could go with poison and kill bosses really, really fast with this weapon. But we're ranking elemental weapons in another video, not today. But overall, Death Scythe is definitely the meta weapon in the game, so I'll have to put it on S+. Scarlet Edge. Decent damage, pretty has the biggest AoE in the game. I'll give that an extra rating. And then when you swap to it, you get an extra damage bonus buff. And because of that, it's also good as a buffer if you have fire on it. But it's not fire. What the? Okay, anyway. So I'd have to give Scarlet Edge an S rating for gem farming. And there you go. This is the tier list it is done. But if anybody doesn't really like this tier list, you can ask me and why I put it on these. But on my personal opinion, this is how it should be ranked between all the weapons in the game currently. There are upcoming weapons like the eternal ones, but that's gonna be another video once it comes out. And with that video, wait, 014.